All right, guys, so this is chapter 21, line 68 through 95. And in this reading, you begin with Julius responding porcos intravit to Julia's question, or to Amelia's question about whether anyone from the family had entered the house and made the floor dirty. Note that Amelia asks, quid ice? And you haven't seen this one yet, but this verb io is effectively equivalent to dico. The key thing to note, though, is that there are no forms for the first person plural or the second person plural. Quite frequently, you'll see ite and iunt used more than these first and second person forms anyway. And then Julius responds, porcum intravise io. Note right here when they use these single quotes, they're usually doing accusative infinitive constructions in between those single quotation marks. The Romans didn't do this, nor will you see that frequently printed in Latin texts. Just be on the lookout that those single quotations indicate that they're probably doing indirect statement. So remember, io, I say, and after verbs of saying, thinking, or perceiving have indirect statements. So I say, porcum intravise. Note right here, you have your new subject of the indirect statement in the accusative case, and then you have a perfect active infinitive as your main verb. And then with ein too, ein is equivalent to aisne, just very shortened, very colloquial flavor to this. And then she just repeats the statement that Julius had made. And then Julius says, the porcus qui intravit est tuus Marcus filius. That shouldn't give you guys any trouble. And then right here, you get a restatement of what Julius just said, but notice right here, Julius is directly saying the porcus qui intravit est tuus Marcus filius. But here, the narrator gives you the indirect form, Julius Marcum intravisse dicit, right? So here, the pig who entered is your son Marcus. Julius says that Marcus entered, right? At non dicit, and then again, here's another indirect statement. At non dicit, but he does not say, eum asexto pulsatum esse et humi jacuisse. So he does not say that eum, referring, of course, to Marcum, asexto pulsatum esse. Make sure you watch out for these perfect passives and construe them all together. Pulsatum esse et humi jacuisse. Remember the form of humi in the genitive for on the ground. And then Aemilia quae, relative clause, quae modifying Aemilia. Quaeam intelligit puerum, watch out for intelligit, verb of saying, thinking, perceiving, who already understands puerum sordidum a patre porcum appellatum esse. So right here, have another accusative infinitive indirect statement. She already understood that the puerum sordidum a patre porcum appellatum esse was appellatum porcum. And then she asks, ubi est Marcus, cur nondum me salutavit? Simple enough. Marcus lavatur et vestem mutat. He think of lavatory for that one. And then moving on, finally, Marcus and his mother interact. And she says, salve mi fili. Remember this special vocative form for meus and filius. And then she says, bonus est puer. Remember your conjugation of esse right here. So you are a bonus puer. Quod, here quod is not relative, but because statim vestem mutavisti. Right, so notice your second person perfect form right here. Right here, the ne is just indicating a question. So in ludone quoque bonus puer fuisti. And remember, here's your perfect form of s. So make sure to make that connection between those two. And practice these forms if you've forgotten them. And then Marcus says, profecto for certain, right? Bonus puer fui, right? Here's your perfect form of sum. Bonus puer fui mater. Laudatus sum magistro, right here. Note you have perfect passive. And then Marcus dicit. This is a restatement of what you just had. Marcus dicit se, that is, Marcus dicit, Marcus says that he, i.e. he himself, referring back to Marcus, this is reflexive. Marcus dicit se bonum puerum fuisse et laudatum esse. Right? This just restates what Marcus said. He says, I was praised by the teacher, Marcus dicit se bonum puerum fuisse et laudatum esse. He says that he was praised. Quamquam, although puer improbus fuit, right? Notice puer improbus is the opposite of a bonum puerum. Et a magistro verberatus est. Here, no perfect passive. Here, this quod, unlike the quod that you had just a minute ago, this is not the because quod, this is the relative pronoun. Quod dicit non verum, so in other words, id quod dicit non verum, sed falsum est. Marcus mentitur. You should be able to understand the meaning of Marcus mentitur based on the previous statement. Quod dicit non verum, sed falsum est, right? So in case you didn't get it though, it tells you that mentior mentire means falsum dicere, to say something false, i.e. to lie. And then Julius asks, quid, interrogative pronoun here, neuter, singular, quid magister vos docuit hodie? Docio docere is to teach, and remember vos is the second person plural accusative form. And then Marcus responds, multa nos docuit, he taught us multa, many things, not multum, not much, but multa, many things. And what were those things? Legere et scribere et computare et cetera. Notice right here is your English, or we use this in English, the phrase etc., et cetera, and other things. Primum, so note primum first, magister nobis aliquid recitavit nescio quid. Here, this is sort of a phrase, I know not what, all right, or I don't know what. And remember this form of aliquid for something. Nihil enim, for nihil enim, I heard nihil, praeter initium. Praeter, remember, goes with the accusative and will mean except. All right, and then Marcus dicit, this is just a rephrasing of what you just heard. Marcus dicit se, in other words, Marcus says that he himself, Marcus says that he nihil audi visse praeter initium. Right? And then that's the end of your indirect statement right there, bracketed off with those quotes. And then you have id quod verum est, that which is true. In other words, what he just said was a true statement. So Marcus non mentitur nunc. Right now he's not lying. All right.